Hello everyone, this is Katarina and I'll bring you the Equinox update and the light language to go with it so you can make the most out of these frequencies streaming in. And I'm so super excited. First of all, where I live, we have sunshine for the first time in absolute ages. And when I connected earlier with the sun, there are so many extraordinary codes streaming in. And depending where you are in the world, the equinox is either on the 19th of March or 20th of March. And for some, it's the spring equinox in the northern hemisphere and the autumn equinox in the southern hemisphere. And the overall theme for all of us is absolutely an quantum level rebirth. So I did a huge ceremony on Saturday in preparation for the Christ Conscious series that's starting this Sunday. And I had so many tools with me. I was connecting with nature. I started on a sunny day and I arrived at the beach and it was super rainy. The waves were crashing towards me and I got the water from above and below. And then I was like, after a while I had 2 jackets on. They were all really soaked through. And I thought, oh my God, I feel like I'm baptized energetically. And then my guides were like, Katarina, you're making a joke out of this. But energetically, it's actually not far off because all of us are receiving these far much higher frequencies. And there are not only diamond light codes, there are like crystalline purified energies, and when I connected with the water, the frequencies of rainbows are literally everywhere. And a rainbow means all the different 12 rays that we have accessible merge into one and then are imbued into your cellular structure. When I connected, and I mean the ceremony lasted for 3 hours. I've never been so wet, so cold in the dark as well until that moment. And I thought, Christ almighty, Katarina, how's this gonna go? And the frequencies, even at nighttime, I could feel the energies from the stars. And you may feel that as well as a forerunner, as a starseed, a volunteer, a star seed, a star wisdom keeper, as well as an earth wisdom keeper. And that's another point. Okay, thank you for bringing that in. It's like, it's not in my notes, it wasn't on my radar, but another ceremony that I did last night, also in nature, and I had 2 owls hooting around me from one tree to another. I really felt like we're all doing it together, Gaia, all her kingdoms, everyone around, we are receiving this. And what they meant with a star wisdom keeper and earth wisdom keeper, that's a real key code, because some of you who are like fresh from the stars or have a really strong star heritage that's present in your energy field, you are bringing your ancient heritage star codes, say your family tree from your star, from the stars where you're from. And those of us who had many incarnations on earth, we have distinct energetic family trees, and they also are imbued, say if you are energetically aligned with the family tree of Lord Melchizedek or with Krishna or with Buddha, in the energy streams in which you either already have achieved ascension in previous lifetimes or in which you choose to achieve ascension. And that's information I didn't even write down anywhere. That's coming in as we speak. So let's see how I unravel that. And it's like they're showing me a mountain and there are different pathways you can walk upon. And each pathway is imbued with the Christ codes, but say the Buddha pathway is more peace, serenity, connection with all, especially interwoven with Gaia. I honor all life forms. Then the Krishna code is very strongly together with the Yeshua and Mary Magdalene code, a twin flame code. It's the merging together of the inner divine feminine and masculine. They're all based in love. They're all based in light and all based in unity. And they're saying this is also what I'm going to share on Sunday in the teachings about the Christ consciousness or the cosmic Christ consciousness, where your galactic heritage and your human heritage, and even if this is your first embodiments and you have imprints of other lifetimes in order to bring you in here, the 2 streams of the above and below come together. So your family tree, and that can be your own human history that is stored in your multidimensional DNA, as well as your physical ancestral patterning. And I'll explain about so much more about DNA codes, DNA enhancements and stuff. I've received so many downloads around that. That's definitely going to be shared on Sunday, in tips how to utilize it and how to, and that ties in with the energy of the equinox, to make that rebirth for you as easy and as most accessible. The more you understand the DNA workings, the easier you can make use of these DNA frequencies and knowing your inner pathway. So if you feel like, what are divine virtues? Which ones am I aligned with? And you know, for some it's integrity, authenticity, it's loyalty, or it may be inner peace, serenity, and tuning into these frequencies gives you a direction. All right, what is my energetic true north? And once you know that, there are multidimensionally 12 layers of DNA. They're also interlinked with the 12 chakras, or there are more than 12 chakras, but they're interlinked with at least 12 of them. And then Lord Melchizedek is saying it gets more complex as we go on. So by Sunday, we'll know more about this, about these additional layers and frequencies. And he's saying, you know, the higher your chakra system is activated, the more you can reach the expansive DNA codes. But if your 12 chakra system is working, you get the basic setup to accelerate your DNA. Thank you, Lord Melchizedek, for clarifying this right here, right now with us. And with that, the more your DNA accelerates, the more your inherent gifts awaken, and also your monadic soul purpose. And that can be very different, say, to your personal soul purpose. They're often aligned, but they can also branch out further. Say you identified like 3 or 4 incredible gifts. You know, I'm a healer, I have hands that work really well, or I'm artist, I'm a musician, I can create music, I'm aligned with sound. And then there are, on a multidimensional level, so many more frequencies that you can tap into. It's like, oh my God, yeah, I'm really good in writing codes, I'm really good in receiving codes, I'm really good in translating codes into other frequencies. And on Sunday we work with the Cosmic Council of 12, 22 and 33, as well as the Galactic Council. So each council also holds keys, codes and frequencies that then are tailored, unique to you, where you're like, oh my God, this is who I am on my higher level, on my monadic level. So what we are stepping into, it's like, if this is us here as a human, we are expanding way out into our original soul. And they've shown me, and it's really beautiful when you experience that, when you tap into your original creation. You know, when you were created by the creator, the universe, not the universe, it's bigger than that, there are multiverses out there. So by the one ultimate source, however you define that for you. And once you experience that, it's like, this was the original intention for my soul, that highest expanded level. And then there are these 13 rays or 12 rays, that I'll share about that on Sunday as well, which then combine back into a rainbow, where you're like, oh my God, I have all of this accessible to me. And the reason we are receiving this now is because we are stepping into the new earth. You know, that base foundation is created. We are still in the process of who wants to be in which dimension, in what frequency range. Is there still fear to be processed? That's more transitionary earth. If it's more like, hey, whatever comes, I know it serves the highest and greatest good, I know I'm aligned with the divine. Or in the 5th version, it's like, I am divine. We are all divine. So am I, so are you. I am an embodied I am presence. And I can now access and embody the higher monadic levels, or the monadic level. So depending on where we are in our journey. And we all get there in time. So that's also one thing, you know, really listening to our inner voice, overcoming those like, I'm not good enough, I'm not there yet, I need to work more. All of that can fall away. And my guides have shown me things that I'm allowed to bring in that really, really excite me for all of us, you know, where we receive the divine love, divine light, divine power, divine grace in a far more expanded way. And when these layers of false identity fall away. We are all so beautiful, so magnificent, so extraordinary. And it's like, oh my God, you know, when you feel like you open your eyes, it's like, whoa, everyone is so shiny. You know, your eyes, it's like, whoa, I'm overwhelmed. It's like everybody is blinkering, you know, it's like, whoa, what's happening here? And that's truly who we all are. All of us on earth, no matter what fraction they're playing in right now, it doesn't matter. We're all on that frequency level. Inside, we all have that accessible, and these dimensional gateways with the frequency, if it's aligned, you know, when you let those old layers fall away, and really practical, it's really good to have a massive clear out in the house. And sometimes you're like, oh, you know, should I not? And every item where I'm like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm still attached to it or not, they go into one box. I put that box away for 4 weeks, 3 months, whatever, and then I look into it and it's like, oh, very rarely anything comes back out of it, but sometimes it does happen. If you're more the quick ones, like old me, new me, here we are. And you may even feel inspired to get new tools, new practices, aligning with new ways to really anchor in this highest frequency. And I will share more of tips and tools on Sunday. It's 11/11 in the recording. So you will all receive what serves your highest and greatest good. You know, these expansive frequencies are the more ready and deserving we feel, you know, the more we allow that magic to occur. It's like we're opening the basket to be filled. And I mean, it's Easter coming as well. So making a big basket for that Easter frequency, that Christ conscious energy as well. And we also have that lunar eclipse coming up on next Monday. I don't know if it's worldwide on Monday. The portal always is a day before, on the day, and the day after. So within those 3 days, it's core. And because it's the eclipse season, it's like at least 4 weeks. So we're already in that since the new moon. And we will be in there till not only the 8th of April. It depends how many people are joining in. It's either till the 11th, 13th, 22nd. That's also those different versions of Earth. You know, the lower the density, the shorter the time span, and the higher the frequency. Say in the 5th version of Earth, the new Earth, the highest version of new Earth accessible, and was 1222 in the recording, that will be till the 22nd of April. And in that frequency range, which is quite extraordinary. And let's see what light language comes in for this energy of crystalline rebirth. You know, these crystalline DNA codes, diamond light codes, then there are those cosmic fractalized rainbow codes, and they all impact us down to the cellular level, down to the multidimensional DNA level. And they are now able to penetrate as much deeper than before, because many of those dimensional barriers have been broken down. So it's much easier to receive and make the most of it. So being by the river, so always light and water increases it, being in nature. And one more thing, you know, and it's most certainly also the energy of total reset. Because in the middle of the recording, the storage space of my camera went off. So now this is the second part to this video. And let's see what light language is in store for us, so for this amazing equinox that is about to start for us. All right. And to receive these codes, you can align with your heart chakra. I'll call in the highest and greatest good of all for all of us here. Iwashka sasanaha. Miwe ki isi inaha, niya kaka sasanaha, miwashka sasana na maha, niwe ki sisinaha, miwashka sasana na maha, miwe ki isi inaha, niya ki sisina maha, miwashka sana maha, miwashka sasana na maha. Miwa kiki sisi na maha ya kiki sisi naha nyashka sa na maha miwi kiki ishka ka sa na maha miwi ki isi inaha nya kiki sisi na maha miwa kiki sisi naha Miwa kiki kiki sisi nana maha. Miwashkaka sasanaha. Niwi ki I sisina. Niwa nana masa. Miwashkaka sasanana. Nia kiki sisi sisi nana maha. Miwa kaka sasanaha. Miwa kaka sasa sasa nanamaha. Miwi kiki sisi sisi. Yash kiki sisi sisi namaha. Miwa kaka sasa sasa namaha. Miwash kaka sasanaha. Nia kiki sisi nanamaha. Nia kiki sisi sisi namaha. Miwa kaka sasana namaha. Nia kiki sisi naha. Nia kiki sisi sisi namaha. Miwa kaka sasana. Nia kiki sisi namaha. Miwa kiki nasa. Miwa kiki sisi namaha. Iwa kaka sasanaha. Miwash kaka sasanamaha. Miwash kaka sasanamaha. Yakiki sisi sisi nanamaha. Yakiki sisi nanamaha. Miwiki isi inaha. Miwash ka sa nanamaha. Miwiki I sisi nanamaha. Niwa ka sanamaha. Niwa ka sanamaha. Niwa ka sanamaha. Miwiki I sisi nanamaha. Miwiki I sisi nanamaha. Miwash ka sanamaha. Miwash kaka sasa nanamaha. Miwiki isi inaha. Miwiki isi I nanamaha. Miwa ka sanamaha. Miwa kaka sasanamaha. Iwash kaka sasanaha. Miwiki ki sisi sisi nanamaha. Miwiki ki iash kaka kaka sa 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 na maha. Miwiki ishka kaka si 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 iki I a na sa ki ishka na ma sa ki I ka na ma sa. Miwiki ki ishka kaka sa 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 na maha. Miwiki ki si na maha. Aka aka aka. Aka aka aka. Blessed it be, so mote it be, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Whew. That was a lot of codes coming in. So we had the beautiful Venusians preparing our light body, our energies, and they were saying it's the awakening and the blossoming of the heart lotus, which is so beautiful. Then we had the white dove coming in with codes of peace, serenity, and she's saying, I'm preparing the way for you to really master these incoming frequencies, opening your field, allowing your receptivity to increase to all these DNA codes I've been speaking about. Then Lord Melchizedek came in with a beautiful ascension blessing, preparing our chakra system as well. And then we had, I would call them divine DNA codes, bringing in a whole new layer. So may you enjoy all these transmissions and frequencies. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday for the Cosmic Christ series, and you can join it as a singular event in March, or you go for all three of them in one go for March, April and May. So I wish you a most wonderful rest of your day, a happy equinox and a wonderful rebirth. Bright blessing. Namaste.